Converger, fighting his way through the crowds, sorry for the queue at the bar, about to read part 1 of Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter. Take it over.
I know Ollie just because, like any good writer, he spends his time not writing, drinking all of the whiskey. And we played Dungeons & Dragons together, so I know him pretty well. And after this, after this, you will know him too, so seatbelts, that's what I'm going to say. Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter, by Oliver Kennett, part 1. Mr. Otter liked to be mean. It made him feel warm and fuzzy inside. He got the same enjoyment out of being mean as someone like you or I would get from doing something lovely. "I'm just born that way," Mr. Otter would declare, and then go running off to upset someone. And the people of the riverbank said that Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter, had a heart made of a blackened acorn, and the soul as slimy and unpleasant as bacon fat. None of the other riverside dwellers could be certain of this claim without performing some sort of surgery on Mr. Otter, which, of course, is a ridiculous thing to even contemplate.
"I'm going to do surgery on Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter, to see if he has a heart made of blackened acorn," said Timmy Two Brains, the local dinosaur and therefore doctor. "I will then attempt to prove that Mr. Otter's soul is as slimy and unpleasant as bacon fat." He coughed gently into his claw. No one in the old tree said anything. Most had fallen asleep as soon as the tree hall meeting began, and they're snoring very rudely and very loudly. "Does anyone object?" Timmy Two Brains asked. The Riverside Council, that was still awake, shook their heads. They were sure that if Timmy Two Brains had an idea, it was probably a good one. He did have two brains after all. Besides, they were bored and wanted to go outside and play in the sun rather than inside this ancient tree. "It is settled then," Timmy Two Brains said, a wide smile expressed in his razor-sharp teeth. That night, as the moon rose into the night like a ping-pong ball trying to gate-crash a firefly party, a claw was inserted in the lock of number 13 Riverbank Cottages. The door swung slightly open to reveal a mat on the floor which read, "Unwelcome," in big, rude letters. As you may have guessed, this was the home of Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter. Timmy Two Brains slipped silently into the house with his medical bag tucked under his stubby arm. The door was shut with a quiet snick of the lock. Despite being mean, Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter, was very house-proud. This was a strange thing, as he never had any visitors. He would sneer as he dusted and say, "I'm glad now we'll be able to enjoy my spider-web-free house," whilst the homeless spiders themselves scuttled off to grumble and drink from bottles in paper bags in dark corners. "I must be careful," Timmy Two Brains whispered to himself as the floorboard creaked under his 40-ton body. "Probably shouldn't have whispered that to myself," the dinosaur whispered again. "Or then," his leathery brow furrowed. It briefly crossed the clever dinosaur's mind that this was a rather silly situation. He was fairly certain that dinosaurs were rather unlikely to be around in this present age, let alone being a fully qualified medical practitioner, but the thoughts had soon passed as he crept deeper into the house. Doors led off in every direction. Timmy Two Brains knew that behind one of them slumbered that villainous rogue, Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter. But which one? Which one? He listened carefully. Was that the sound of someone snoring like a jet engine on takeoff? Was there a sign on one of the doors that said, "Keep out! Mr. Otter's bedroom, shove off!" "I'm getting close," the dinosaur whispered to himself. In the excitement, Timmy let out a little fart, though being a 40-ton dinosaur, it still ripped off the front of the house and sent it fluttering on a bean-scented wind to settle in the river. "Shh," Timmy said to his bottom. And with that, he dashed into Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter's room. Now, you probably expect Mr. Otter to be, well, an otter. The funny thing is, he wasn't. He was a small, talking rose garden. He had simply taken the name to be awkward and confuse people. Now, there he lay, with his flowers gently waving in the breeze from the window and glittering with water droplets that fell in a constant mist from a large showerhead. He looked very beautiful. With a roar, Timmy Two Brains leapt atop the mean and unfortunate Mr. Otter, the Dirty Rotter. The spade came down,
and the dinosaur began to merrily dig. "Oi," said Mr. Otter, "stop digging me up, that's rather rude."
I'm trying, said Timmy Two Brains, to do research on you without your consent, so please lie there and be quiet.
But of course, Mr. Otter, the dirty rotter, was having none of it. "I give you my consent," he said cruelly. "You are very welcome to dig me up for medical research purposes." The dinosaur stopped and leant against his spade.
But if you give me your consent, that means I can't dig you up without your consent.
"I know," the wicked little rose garden said. It's deliciously horrible, isn't it?"
You are so mean, said Timmy Two Brains as he wiped a tear from his black reptilian eye.
"I was born that way, don't judge me, man," the horrible little rose garden said smugly. He rolled out of his flower bed, for this was where rose gardens slept, and slithered across the room to a large brass telephone that hung on the wall. "Now I'm going to call the police and have you shot for being a stupid dinosaur."
Oh, come on, said the dinosaur implored. I'm a modern-day marvel. Of course, Mr. Otter, the dirty rotter, being mean, ignored the dinosaur's protest, and very soon, Timmy Two Brains got shot. You can find more information about Timmy Two Brains and other such mad scientists at your local Google interval.